Hey, I'm Callie. Thank you for watching Graceland Online. We exist to see lives transformed in the neighborhoods, the generations, and the nations through Jesus Christ. In a few moments, you're going to hear a teaching that's based on the Bible, and we believe that it will be inspiring and relevant to your life. And we know that a lot of people are searching for answers to tough questions and how to navigate life. And if that's you, we would love for you to text us at 812-432-2234 with any questions or any way that we might be able to help you. And again, thank you for watching Graceland Online. We're praying for you, and we hope that this service will be an encouragement to you on your spiritual journey.
Hey, thanks so much for watching this episode of Graceland Online. My name is Nate, and for the month of February, we are going to talk about dating and sex and relationships. I mean, obviously, in the month of February with Valentine's Day, it's appropriate for us to talk about that. So, Ryan Brown and I, over the next 4 weeks, are going to talk about some topics that we hope serve you well. And today, I just want to talk ever so briefly about sex. It's not something that the church typically talks a lot about. It's kind of taboo, and you don't need to have those types of conversations, and we suppress it. And I think what's happened is a lot of people grow up, religious or irreligious, Christians and non-Christians, and we don't really know what the Bible teaches about sex, and it's some glorious thing. So before we do, I want to give you some statements, some true or false statements. And you can enter these in the quietness of your heart or out loud if you're watching with somebody else. So here they are. Sexual desire and passionate, red-hot passion for a person of the opposite sex is good, natural, and God-given. True or false? The Bible frowns upon any type of intoxication, including being intoxicated with passion for your spouse. When choosing a spouse, you should pay little attention to what your family and friends actually say, their opinion. Sex is only for the young, for the spry. It's not for the old. True or false? There is wisdom in knowing the difference between my needs and my wants. Children are essential to having a happy and fulfilling marriage. A happy honeymoon guarantees a satisfying and lasting marriage. Last one. When it comes to sexual intimacy, it really takes work to discern and understand how to serve and please your spouse and what you want. It takes hard work, discernment. True or false? Now, here's what I want to do just for the next couple minutes. I just want to give you a couple statements and just share just a little bit about sex. And the first is this. We are real people with real bodies and real needs. You are a real person with a real body and real needs. The Bible is upfront about who we are. We are, among many things, sexual beings. And God has created us in this way. And it's good and right to be used in the right context. And I'll talk about that more in just a moment. So the Bible's up front. In fact, Solomon, who was David's son, you have David, a historical figure throughout the Bible, had a son among many sons. One son's name was Solomon. Solomon wrote Ecclesiastes, he wrote Proverbs, most of the Proverbs, and he wrote Song of Solomon or Song of Songs. And in this book, it's actually written as a book, as a celebration of sex, sexual intimacy, relational intimacy in the context of marriage. And it's very clear God has created man and woman with complementary anatomical differences to go together like a lock and a key, like a puzzle piece, we say in our household. So it's a good thing. And so, real people, real bodies with real needs. Point one. Second point, being passionate for another person is a good thing. Now, I'll say this over the course of this next several minutes, and Ryan Brown will talk about this as well. We believe, as followers of Jesus and what the Bible teaches, it's not antiquated, it's not anachronistic, it's not outdated, that it's written for your good and for my good, for lasting, deep, abiding fulfillment in our life. That includes sex. And we understand that sex is to be done in the context of a marriage. Now, maybe at your house, at our house, we have a fireplace. Maybe in your townhome or your condo or your house, you have a fireplace. And you know that the fire is supposed to stay in the fireplace. You don't bring out the logs, you don't bring out the embers and put it on the tile or the hardwood floor or the carpet, because it could not only be destructive, it could burn the condo, the apartment complex of the house down. And truth be told, you know, and I know, because we live in God's created world, that there are people that we know, and maybe you've used sex in a way that was harmful and was outside the bounds of what God intended it to be used for. And it's brought hurt and embarrassment and shame. And I want you to know, I'm glad that you're here, because there's forgiveness and there's freedom and there's acceptance in Jesus, who loves all types of people, who come from all sorts of backgrounds, who are broken and have corrupted what God's given to us in ways that were for His good and for our good, but we've used them in harmful ways. But being passionate for another person is a good thing. Listen to what sociologists and marriage family counselors tell us about marriage and sex. They say the most emotionally, physically satisfying sex is between two committed partners, and that satisfaction increases with sexual exclusivity, one partner only, monogamy, and with emotional investment in the relationship, as well as a lasting horizon for the marriage. It's going to bring about a lasting horizon for the marriage with emotional investment, monogamy, and emotional, physical, satisfying sex will be seen as you talk about one person and another person together with emotional investment and a commitment to one another. In fact, they go on to say that marriage is an excellent tonic, as they say, for both mental and physical health in a marriage that is far superior to cohabitation. The way that God's designed it. We're real people with real bodies, with real needs. Having a passion for someone of the opposite sex is a good, natural, God-honoring thing. And then thirdly, if God's created us as real people, with real bodies, with real needs, and being passionate for a person of the opposite sex is a good thing, then it would stand to reason. Then God has given us instructions in the Bible on how we can actually have lasting, fulfilling sex. Let me read to you some of the words of Solomon. He says in Song of Solomon, chapter 7, "How beautiful are your feet in sandals, O noble daughter. Your rounded thighs are like jewels, the work of a master hand. Your two breasts are like two fawns, twins of a gazelle. Your neck is like an ivory tower." She's got a nice neck, and he likes what he sees in terms of her breast. "Your eyes are pools of Heshbon. Your head crowns you like Carmel, and your flowing locks are like purple. A king is held captive in the tresses. How beautiful and pleasant you are, O loved one, with all your delights. Your stature is like a palm tree, and your breasts are like clusters. I say, oh, well, climb upon the tree." I mean, you're talking about erotic, romantic, sexual language in the Bible. And God wrote this down for your good and my good. We're real people with real bodies, with real needs. It's right and appropriate to have desires for someone else of the opposite sex. And it stands to reason, as we talk about sex and dating and relationships the month of February, that God in His kindness has given us instructions on what to do, what not to do, what's helpful, what's not helpful. Now there's a lot of things that I enjoy as a man, a lot of things. And I want you to know, unashamedly, I enjoy my marriage, I enjoy my friendship with my bride, and I enjoy sex. I'm thankful for sex. I'm thankful for my marriage. I'm thankful for my friendship with my bride. She's a great gift that God's given to me, and I hope and pray that she feels like I'm a good gift that God's given to her. And in marriage relationships, in relationships that aren't of a marriage nature, sex can be used in harmful ways, in destructive ways, in sinful ways, in ways that it was not intended to use. And some of you watching have been the recipient of that, or you have been the person who's enacted that upon other people. It speaks to the fact that everybody in the world is broken, and our sexuality is broken. We use it in ways that are harmful and not God-honoring. And so what we want to talk about the next several weeks is sex and dating and friendships and relationships and how to make it all work together in a way where we can experience lasting joy, deep fulfillment as we honor God with our bodies. Marital intimacy, relational intimacy, sexual intimacy is a gift that God's created and it's given to you and given to me to be used in a right way. I hope this encouraged you, challenged you, maybe piqued your interest, curiosity a little bit. If it served you well, we'd love for you to like it, subscribe to it, even share it with somebody else that might be encouraged as we talk about sex, dating, and relationships here at Graceland Online. We'll see you soon.
Thanks again for watching Graceland Online. We hope that God spoke to you today through this message. And again, feel free to text us at 812-432-2234 if you have any questions about what you heard or if there's a way that we might be able to help you. And you can also find more videos and resources for students and for kids on our website, which is gracelandchurch.online. Thanks again for watching, and we hope that you'll join us again soon.